What is good, y'all? Welcome to night three of Kristen Ruff Productions Halloween reviews and recommendations for movies. Um, this is the third night. Yesterday was Black Phone. If you wanted to check that out, if you haven't seen it, I'll drop the link down below. If this is your first time seeing this series, every night for the month of October, Ralph and I, or either one of us, both of us, whoever, we're going to be doing reviews and recommendations for horror films, thrillers, slashers, all types of films that would put you in the mood for Halloween in this great month of October. So, this one is a doozy. This is a fun one. It came out in 2020, and that is The Invisible Man. The Invisible Man is sort of a retelling of the classic Universal Monsters character, the Invisible Man, Adrian Griffin. He is a classic monster type character, horror villain. His story has been told time and time again since what the 1930s, since what the first one came out, 1940s, if I'm not mistaken. Um, and so this for sure has a modern take on it. So this story is the main character is Cece, played by Elizabeth Moss. Elizabeth Moss, wonderful actress. She's best known for The Handmaid's Tale, right? Yeah, that's how you pronounce it. Oliver Jackson Cohen plays Adrian Griffin. Storm Reed plays Sydney Laner, and Aldous Hodge plays her father, James Laner. Aldous Hodge, Hawkman over there. Hopefully, the continuation for the DCU. That's another topic. Let's get into this film. Is freaking twisted. No spoilers, of course. So, the basic premise is Cece leaves her abusive boyfriend, Adrian, and he comes back to haunt her and petrify her, tear her life down, make her go crazy as the Invisible Man. And throughout this whole film, Cece Elizabeth Moss, her performance is absolutely wonderful. Easily, probably one of the best performances in a horror film of the last since 2020. What the last 3 years? There's been a lot of good movies pumped out in terms of horror and thriller, and I think her performance absolutely stands out when it comes to being petrified, being terrified, being horrified, all the fights. She's able to portray that. Um, and we see the Invisible Man, his technology is very different. The original Invisible Man was sort of like a chemical accident, or not accident, I guess it was a test that turned him invisible. This one, like I mentioned, is a modern take. So there is actual technology involved. And it's sort of like, how can I say it? It's sort of fucked up when you think about it because I'm not saying we're there right now, we're almost there. But if a billionaire sociopath, narcissist wanted to terrorize someone, I'm sure there's probably a good chance, maybe now or years from not too far from the future, where this technology can be present, and it's fucking terrifying when you think about it. Um, but let's get more into the performances. Aldous Hodge, I think he is a star. His role is sort of the father caretaker for, not sort of, he is the father caretaker for Sydney, who's played by Storm Reed. And their relationship is sort of like they're there for Elizabeth throughout this whole process. And it is, I think, there is ups and downs in terms of Cece's mentality because of what the Invisible Man is doing to her. But I feel like if you just try to understand why, a character like James doesn't believe Cece, or why Sydney is having trouble being around Cece, and you kind of like in your head like, oh, I kind of understand why they are the way they are. Also, another character, Emily, who played by Harriet Dyer, is Cece's sister. their relationship goes through turmoil and twists and turns. And there's a big twist in their relationship um, in the middle of the film. It involves the Invisible Man, and it's really fucked up. So I think overall the um suspenseful parts with the Invisible Man, it keeps you on the edge because it's those scenes, if you like these types of scenes where it's quiet, creak noise, boom, jump scare. It's those types of scenes that can linger for 5 minutes and you're just kind of wondering, where the hell is this dude? Where is he? So I really like that element in this film, and that's what kind of separates it from other films. When like the thriller horror is because you don't see the monster, you don't see the killer. And yes, movies like Godzilla, where you only see him for like a minute in the film, or other types of characters of that sort, like Michael Myers, who he creeps in the shadows and you only see him when he attacks. This dude, you can't see him at all. Zero, zip, nada. You don't see him, and it's like you're seeing the torture that he's putting Cece through, and it's really fucked up. The ending, I think, is built up wonderfully. There is a twist at the end, a couple of actually, and I think if you stick through the end, oh, for me personally, it was very satisfying. Um, I don't want to go into any more details, but I think Elizabeth Moss, Moth, she killed it. She absolutely killed it. She was an amazing lead throughout this whole film. I don't know what more else I can say about this film. It is 2 hours and 5 minutes, so it is a bit longer compared to your average horror film, which can go 90. A very lean 90. This one goes over at 2 hours, but I think it has a good pace. It builds up to the scenes, to the climax scenes. It builds up to tension, and it makes you feel like this main character and what she's going through. You feel for her, and you kind of feel in your own mind like, dang, like if I went through something like this, I don't know what I would do. So I think overall, I think it's a great watch. Watch this with your partner, whoever. Watch it by yourself. I watched it by myself. I saw it again today. It kind of puts you on edge because you're kind of like looking in the corner in your house. You're like, is somebody right there watching me? Kind of makes you paranoid. That's what this movie does for you. But yeah, guys, as always, I do recommend this, The Invisible Man. This will put you in the mood for Halloween 100% because the Universal monsters are one of my absolute favorite pop culture just assets or just whatever. And to have like this modern twist on it because the last 10 years we've had modern takes on it. Frankenstein, The Mummy with Tom Cruise. Those aren't great films. I saw The Mummy in theaters. I actually enjoyed it. That's just me personally, but I haven't seen it since then, so who knows. But The Invisible Man, I think, is one of the better retellings of the classic Universal monsters. But yeah, guys, so please subscribe to be up to date. And every day of the month of October, we're going to be uploading a recommendation video review for horror films. So check that out. The playlist I'll drop down below for the last 2 nights. I did what Halloween 2018 night one. Last night I did Black Phone 2021 or 2022. I don't remember. But as always, guys, I'm Chris. Happy Halloween. Until next time, peace.